Mike, the NBA season is up and going now. I wasn't ready for it, but at least it's starting on time this year. I'm still ready to talk football and baseball, but it is 76ers time. It is the NBA time, and the Sixers are relevant this year because they went out and shook things up a bit.
They did.
Big time. Andrew Bynum is with the team, but not playing for the team right now. Andrew Bynum is the center that got from the Lakers. Knee injury. There's supposed to be some kind of a bruise. It's taken forever. And, you know, it's funny, the key trade now, it looks like Jason Richardson because he's coming in great shape and shooting well. Andre Iguodala and a bunch of other Sixers traded away to get Jason Richardson is what this is looking like. Andrew Bynum equals Jeff Ruland.
Oh, good. Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. But, you know, this knee thing that keeps lingering and keeps saying he's going to be fine, and he's not been playing.
Well,
makes me wonder.
Yeah, I think it does. I am amazed at how easy the media in Philadelphia has been on the Sixers about this. I kind of agree with what you're saying. You know, Andrew Bynum is, you know, you read these stories where, well, he's probably, he took this shot the other day in his knees because he takes that shot every year because he has knee pain all the time. He's probably going to have knee pain for the rest of his basketball life. And then on the other hand, they're saying, well, he's not even able to put on a pair of shorts and sneakers and go shoot around now because of knee pain. What? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I think this is a bigger story than it's being made out to be. It's a real concern. The Sixers are an intriguing team, and I give them a lot of credit for making the moves that they made and not standing pat with having made a little run in the playoffs. I give them enormous credit for that. I like the coach. I like a lot of things about this team. But this Andrew Bynum situation is a bigger deal than people are making it out to be.
He's had a history of injuries. When the trades were first coming down, the first rumor was Paul Gasol coming to the Sixers, and I liked that better than I did Andrew Bynum. Andrew Bynum is younger. Of course, he's a legitimate center, but because of his injuries, his immaturity, which we're seeing, I think, as well with some of this situation, I just don't understand how forthcoming he was at the beginning with all this. Now, right now, they're 6-1 in the preseason. They just finished up the preseason. They start the season. Jason Richardson, Darrell Wright, Nick Young are three key additions that are playing well, all outside shooters. And I think it's just going to still be a new look for this team. And even if Kwame Brown is the center and you've got guys like Spencer Hawes, you could make this work because they've added an element that they've needed sorely for the last 3 years on this team, and that's shooters. Jason Capona wasn't getting it done the last couple years. I think Evan Turner eventually gets traded because he was a decent two-guard because he could rebound. Guess what? He's playing the three now, going against forwards. I think it's going to take away some of his rebounding ability and ability to run the break. He can't shoot.
Well, they don't have, and Evan Turner is not going to be what Iguodala gave him, which is a matchup against Carmelo Anthony and Paul Pierce and so forth. So that might be a problem. I think they still should be pretty good defensively. They're still pretty athletic. They have more depth. There's no question they have more shooting. You're right about that. But for them to make a serious leap, for them to be worth talking about in the context of the big picture of the league, Andrew Bynum has got to become a guy that you can run your half-court offense through, a 20-point, 12-rebound-a-game guy, and I don't see how anybody can be any other than I'm very, very unsure about that at this point.
Let's say he comes back halfway through the year. He's on the last year of his deal. If you're the Sixers, do you sign this guy to a long-term deal? I don't know if it's you're seeing this already, and he's on a contract year, and he can't play through this.
And yet the thing is, you have to have superstars to have a chance to win the championship in the NBA. So again, I don't blame them for making this move. They are immediately. I mean, the season starts tonight. We're not even playing any games yet, and they're already in this gigantic mess. With you talked about contractually correctly. Going forward,
you have to have superstars, but you don't need to be strapped to a long-term contract because they've done this before. This team has done this before, so it's a tough situation for them. I don't envy them at all. The rest of the league has gotten better as well. The Atlantic Division's gotten better. I think the Knicks are going to be improved. New Jersey, just with Lopez coming back, adding in there, Darren Williams is in the picture, and getting Joe Johnson. And all
the people up there would want to tell you it's Brooklyn now. They're in Brooklyn, which people seem to make a really big deal about that. But whatever.
Then the uniforms look too close to the Spurs. So anyhow, the Celtics are better. The Celtics went out and got Jason Terry. They added a bunch of nice key veterans to a group with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce who can still play. I think it's in the West. The Lakers are obviously improved. They get a center. They bring in Steve Nash. They've got a point guard. Who do you like overall in the NBA?
Oh, I still like Miami. I don't see any reason not to. And I think the only team that really has I think Oklahoma City has taken a step back with the Harden deal for at least in the short term. The wild card here is the Lakers. I mean, I think the Lakers have a lot of chemistry things to figure out. They have a lot of issues with Kobe Bryant being the way he perceives himself and reality. I think there's a difference there that's going to have to be worked out. But they are the team that certainly could, if the chemistry stuff works, challenge Miami. I don't see anybody else doing it, to be honest with you.
I like Boston against Miami. The moves they made. I'm not saying it might be Miami again. I also like what Oklahoma did. James Harden, it's a shame they couldn't keep him, but they got Kevin Martin, and Kevin Martin's a good player too. So I still think Oklahoma City is an up and coming team. It could be the two of them back in the finals again.
Could.